Morning people, today what I want to actually talk about was social media's part in causing eating disorders. Now, when I'm talking about that, we can't just talk about anorexia, we've got to look at the other side of the coin, because a lot of people say, well, social media causes anorexia because it perpetuates this ideal body image, but at the same time, you've got the people that are obviously doing mukbangs, and if you don't know what mukbangs are, they're basically where people sit and eat copious amounts of food in one sitting. So the thing is, what I'm trying to say is both are basically very, very dangerous in the health aspect, because both kill people, and I'm not being hyperbolic when I say this, they take lives. And the thing is, these people that are obviously doing the mukbangs are very, very caught up in the fact that they're earning lots of money. Like, some of the views that they get are millions and millions of views. And that's the problem, because they don't want to obviously get better, because then they'll lose that, and it's difficult, because I understand that, because obviously you've got bills to pay, we've got a life, you know what I mean, we've got things that we need to pay daily. But at the same time, if that was drug abuse or it was alcohol abuse, the social media companies would obviously step in and obviously try to do something. Now, I understand what you're going to say. You're obviously going to say, well, why do their families and friends not obviously step in? Well, it's very, very hard, because it's different from the UK, where you can just simply be sectioned under the Mental Health Act and get the help you need, because sometimes that's got to happen. Like I say, people have got to step in. It happened to me. I was looked at as being a section, but obviously I went to court and at one point, and I done what the court actually needed. This was a way back in like 2002. No, sorry, 2000 actually. So yeah, I understand that situation, but in America and things like that, it's very, very different. Like I say, there's so many loopholes that they can go through, that you don't obviously get the help that you actually need. So what I'm trying to say is that both are very, very detrimental to health, and the thing is, these people need help and support, and at the end of the day, they're slowly killing themselves, because I'm all about health at every size movement. You know that I've obviously spoken at that in the past, but at the same time, the fat acceptance movement as well is detrimental, because it is perpetuating eating disorders. Now, we can't turn around and say that one, obviously for things like anorexia and things, is perpetuating eating disorders, and then turn around and say that fat acceptance is okay, because there has got to be a level that your health is really impacted. So try to help these people. Like I say, they need help and support, they need guidance, they need nutritional support, they need mental health support. Now, I'm saying this as somebody who's been there myself, because when I first started on YouTube, it was basically a recovery journal, and I was very, very ill, and I could have been taken off YouTube, but at the same time, I was looking to improve my health. I was trying to recover. Now, there gets to a point after a certain amount of time. Let's take somebody like Eugenia Cooney. Eugenia Cooney needs love and support. She's a lovely, lovely girl. She's got so much to live for. She got help, but at the same time, she's really, really wrapped up in eating disorder. Now, there comes a point where you've got to try and help these people, and there's a balance there. Is social media encouraging their eating disorder? Is it keeping them stuck in their eating disorder? Now, that's the point I'm trying to make here. Eugenia, like I say, she doesn't seem to understand what's going on, and you can see from where I've been in the past that I began to understand that I had an eating disorder, and I hid it from people. Now, she's doing the same, but at the same time, not only is it affecting her. Yeah, what I was trying to say is there comes a point where not only is it affecting you, but it's affecting others, because the images you put out there, obviously, that feeds into the pro-ana movement, which is absolutely toxic, and it's perpetuating eating disorders. So at the same time, I think social media really need to get their act together, because if that was somebody that had less popularity and was earning less money, they'd probably step in and do something. But these people that have got millions and millions of subscribers, they're allowed to perpetuate eating disorders, and they're slowly killing themselves. And I don't want anybody removed from social media, because we should all be out there promoting the message. But at the same time, that message needs to be a positive one. It needs to be a pro-recovery message. And I think there's polar opposites here. Like I'm saying, there's people on the opposite end of the scale that are slowly killing themselves, getting to £600, because it feeds into this social media celebrity status. It's basically they're killing themselves through their eating disorder, and they're allowed to do it because they're getting views, and the people giving them the views are actually encouraging it. Because what I'm trying to say here is that you watching these people constantly commenting, whether that be negative or positive, you're actually still helping them, because you thinking that you're giving them negative comments is going to actually encourage them to get better. That actually is what the eating disorder actually wants you to hear. The eating disorder wants you to hear that you look sick, that you're obviously you're doing everything that the eating disorder tells you. So trying to encourage them by doing that is not helping. Give them love and support, but at the same time, I think what you actually need to do to really help them recover, and this is going to be a little bit this was an epiphany for me in the past, is you need to have starved that attention. Now, I'm saying this from someone that actually has been through that myself. Like, I pushed all my loved ones away because I didn't want help, because I thought that they were trying to make me fat. Now, they were actually trying to help me back in the past. But what I actually realised was when my dad actually turned round to me when I was really, really angry at him and I started swearing in the hospital and everything, as he turned around and he says, "See that attitude? That's no my son I'm speaking to." He says, "And until you decide that you're going to get better and that you want to get better, not just for me or your wife, but for yourself, I'm not coming back in to see you." Now, he did do that, and I was really, really angry back then. That was years and years ago, but I was really, really angry back then. And you know something, it was the best thing that you could ever done for me, because starving that attention is what really, really helps you get over and recover for the eating disorder. So if you want to help people, you want to really help them recover for their eating disorder, starve them for attention. Obviously, if they're wanting help and support, that's a different thing. But if it's actually feeding the eating disorder, that's where you need to look at it. Hope that makes sense, guys. Much love. Keep spreading pro recovery. Reach out anytime if you need any help and support. I'm here for you always. Much love. Take care, and I'll speak soon.